Sports Central. Adam Deal, Charles Ashley, and yes, the head coach of the Rio Rancho Rams. That's my guy right there. Let's go Rams. Wally Salata, you guys are playing good basketball right now.
Man,
so it's about time we get him on the show. 9-3 on the season. Hey, give him some credit.
I give him credit all the time. That's family, but you just dang.
What? I can't root for the Rams? I can't root for the Rams?
You can't.
I might have to sit between you two guys.
You might have to.
Otherwise, I won't be able to answer any questions that you guys
You can
have.
tell that Rio Rancho is good and Albuquerque High is good because earlier, me and Deal, we were getting along football season because it's not even close. But now you start to feel the tension.
Well, that's good. That's good.
We got you in here for 3 and Out, some friendly debate. So 3 and Out it is, and the first topic on hand are your Rams, Coach. How do you feel? You're 9-3. You've mentioned you've won 2 tournaments in a row. You went up to Artesia to win a tournament. Now you just won your own tournament. And really the icing on the cake was a really good win against Hope Christian. So talk about it.
Well, I think, we were 2-3 at one time. Brady was out the first 4 games. We were 2-2. I knew we would be a better team once he came. He's still not full strength. He's still getting his legs under his basketball legs. But I thought the Artesia tournament was big for us because we were able to go out of town, and coaches say it's a great time to bond as a team. And so I thought that was it, because we went to the academy tournament for 17 years, and this is the first year we didn't go. And I wanted to get away from playing the Albuquerque teams and go play someone that we don't play before. And so when we and the thing is that to win the 3 games like we did, we mercy ruled the championship game, which you don't see very often. And then it carried over. We played a Manzano team after that. Mercy ruled them. We've never had any mercy rule in the 6 years I've been at Rio Rancho. So I thought, something's going good here. And then we get into our tournament, and I really thought that we had a chance in our tournament because I felt we were playing with a lot of confidence. And when we did get the opportunity to play Hope, we were hoping to do that. They were last year's champion in our tournament, and to get a chance to play them again, and win it, it's very satisfying. I'm satisfied as a coach. I know the players are happy, but we still got more basketball to play, and it's just a stepping stone going into the next tournament.
But I got a question, because this is interesting. You have a Brady Patterson. You have really good guards. You're not too big in the inside. Tell us what led to you just saying, you know what, we're just going to run you off the floor. Because I'm one of the guys, I'm a believer in adjusting to your team. So I take my hat off. I tell you that all the time. I like how you run because you adjusted. What led to it, though? What did you just have to come to grips with?
Last year, Brady was the leading scorer in state, but there was none of our players running with him. So I didn't know this year that they would get to the state championship game, so I didn't have him for 4 weeks, but I thought we'd have to run in practice. So when we're doing drills, we do certain drills. If you miss a layup, we run sprints. And so we did a lot of running, and I know the kids don't like that to run. We were running on turnovers. You're doing a 2-on-1 break and you're turning it over. You got to run. So I wanted to make sure we had players to run with Brady, and I think what you saw in some of those highlights were now that when Brady's running, he's got people on the wing. You got Hurt shooting the 3. You got Garrettson that can slash to the basket. Parnell's another 3-point shooter. So right now we've got pieces to where Brady now, he's only averaging 17 a game, but he's getting 6, 7, 8 assists a game, which is just like scoring, almost 30 points. So they're very unselfish. We're averaging 20 assists as a team. That's very good for a high school basketball team. And the up and down tempo, I love the game of basketball. I played it. I still play it. And I think the fans enjoy it when people are going up and down. As a coach, I don't like 29-28. 34-29. I mean, I want the game to be in the 70s, and we've scored 70 points now in 11 straight games. And we've never done this before. I think we can score more points because we're missing some opportunities from the free throw line. And
it's a lot of young guys, though, too. And you're running hard. I've said this on air when I've done some of your games, coaches. Your transition offense is immediate. It's been the best that I've seen so far. From getting a turnover or a missed bucket, you guys are so fast to attack the basket immediately on the other end. But it's fun to watch. It's been fun basketball to watch so far, and it's the young guys that are getting it on. You mentioned Juan Hurt. Snyder steps up. He makes some good buckets. I mean, you've got some pieces finally. You've got to be excited where you're at.
Well, and I think the thing is as a team, there's been a lot of games this year where a team scores, and then we make one pass and we're getting an open 3 or a layup. And you don't see that very often. But because the guys know that when Brady gets it, Brady doesn't hesitate. Brady gets it and he's gone. He doesn't survey the defense. He knows where he wants to go. So if the players just run the lanes on both sides, he's going to find the open guy. And Hurt's been a beneficiary of that because he's gone. There's 2 shots that Hurt gets. It's his 3 or uncontested layup. And so we have 3 sophomores that play a lot. And then with the experience that we had from last year, Patterson, Garrettson didn't play a lot last year, but he's come a long way since last year.
And I got one question, or more of a, I want you to tell fans this. A secondary break is a style of offense, and I'm sure you guys put that in because a lot of times people say you're running just because you can't set something up. But a secondary break, as you mentioned, Juan Hurt, he's going to get 2 shots because it's probably in your secondary break. Do you put in different sets for your secondary break, or is it just 1 or 2?
It's one thing.
Okay.
I mean, we try to, depending on the defense. I mean, and again, it's Brady dictating, what the defense is doing. What we'd like to do is try to have a shooter on the same side when Brady comes up the court. Sometimes that doesn't happen. So when Brady doesn't see a guy on the same side, he's going to try to create, for himself. But the thing is that they're learning together as we go. I mean, this isn't something out of a book. I mean, that I read and say, okay, let's do this. It's just the style of play. I think that like Hobbs.
Yeah.
Hobbs runs that style, full court pressure and whatnot. And so we're probably one of the few teams in Albuquerque that runs that type of tempo.
Okay, real quickly, I want to move on to our next topic, and we'll revisit some high school hoops here with Coach Salata. But I want to get your input on it. New Mexico Lobos have a big game tonight. They're going to play San Diego State, 2-0 in Mountain West Conference play. San Diego State just slipped to Fresno State. It's at Viejas. You know that's a tough place. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I heard both of you earlier, and the thing that, like I said, the big key is the road games. When you play in the pit and you've got 15,000 screaming fans, it has affected every team that's come in there, from back in the early days. So we do well at home, but it's the road that kills us. And like you said, we lost to Grand Canyon, a team that nowhere near Colorado State, I don't think, or it's a team San Diego State.
Right. Yeah.
We have to be able to. The thing that I like about the Lobos right now is they're playing kind of like us. They're playing team ball. You're not just seeing, Hugh is struggling from the outside, but you've got other pieces that are scoring 10, 12, 15 points. So I think that the biggest key for them is going to be, they have to stay with what's working, and that's playing the team ball. They can't go one-on-one. I like Jacobs coming in and creating, finding it. But if Hugh gets his shot back, that just makes him more dangerous going forward.
I agree.
Well, it's a big-time game for the New Mexico, and it's a chance for them to really step up in Mountain West Conference play. If they can win this, they'll be 3-0 and a win at Viejas, but a loss might set them back. Who knows where that Mountain West? It's all jumbled. But you know what isn't jumbled is the APS Metro Tournament bracket. We're going to release that here for you and show you the games. Come on back.
Jumbled yet.